opened up this black bin and just went, ugh, I am not ready to deal with this yet. I wanted to give you guys a very quick tip, but it's definitely a huge time saver. I officially have everything set up and ready for Meet the Teacher night. I have amazing kids and I have amazing parents, and I'm just so incredibly grateful right now to be in the position that I'm in, and I'm happy. Good morning, YouTube. Today is the first official day for teachers. A lot of you guys have been asking me when we start. Teachers officially start today and go until Thursday of this week, I believe. I don't think Friday we have to go. Obviously, I'm going to be going because I have a ton of stuff to get done. And then our students start the day after Labor Day, so September 5th. You should be really proud of me because last night I was editing my video that's going to go up this weekend, which I'm really excited about. I did a teacher lookbook for back to school. Totally out of my comfort zone, but I did enjoy filming it for you guys. I was editing that until 10:30 last night, and then I cut myself off. I went upstairs, I got ready for bed, I lit a candle, and I sat in bed and I read. Now, reading did not make me as tired as I hoped it would. I probably read for about 45 minutes, and then I laid down. It probably took me another 45 minutes to fall asleep, but still, I got to bed much earlier than I usually do. Waking up this morning was not too much of a struggle, but I know as the week goes on, it will get harder and harder. Currently, it's about 7:30. I'm headed to school. We have to be there by 8:05, but I wanted to get there a little bit early, so maybe I can get a little bit of stuff done in my classroom, even if it's just moving stuff out of the way, because I do want to get my desk arranged today. I did not get coffee and I did not have breakfast, but that's because breakfast is provided by PTA this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and get on the road, and I'll catch up with you guys later on. And remember all of those Target haul videos that I did? Yep, all of that stuff is in here along with other random purchases that I have made, and I'm hoping no one sees me as I carry this into my classroom because I'm a little bit embarrassed by it.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
I am back from lunch. It has been a very hectic morning so far, just a lot of information to absorb. I have the rest of the afternoon in my room. It's currently about 2 o'clock. I have until 4, but I'm gonna end up staying late, so I'm gonna get as much done as possible today. As you guys saw, I tried going ahead and starting to rearrange my desk, which it's going to be a very tight fit, so wish me luck.
Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I don't even know what time it is because my phone died, but I wanted to give you guys an update just of what my room looks like. I definitely made progress, but I still have so much to do, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get stressed out because Meet the Teacher is on Thursday, but I will start up here. I just kind of laid these baskets out. I'll be honest, I have no idea what I'm gonna use them for yet. I still need to remake the labels for these. I set up my iPads here. I think I just want to have a better eye on them and like when they're being used, when they're being returned, and all that, but I honestly might get rid of this rainbow cart. I have a smaller clear one that I might use instead. For right now, I've put these blue bins here, but I have no idea if they're gonna stay there or what I'm gonna use them for. I'm just kind of putting stuff in places so it gets out of the way. I've put a whole bunch of like curriculum type books up there. Desk is still a hot mess. I am leaving that for last right now. I just don't even care about my desk because I'm honestly not even over at it, so it's not a big deal. This is my main accomplishment for the day. This table was packed with stuff and I got it pretty much all cleared off. I do still have these containers. Those green ones are empty. And then I have these things that I still have to kind of put away, and I need to put away those base 10 blocks, but for the most part it is clear, so I feel good. I'm storing 2 of my Sterilite tubs over here. I really wish that they stacked on top of each other, but unfortunately they don't fit. Library still basically looks the same. I put my clipboard holders up here along with my lamp. You guys can see I did arrange my desks. It is very tight. Like you can see here from where that chair is to where that stool is, there's no way like 2 kids can comfortably sit there. There's just no way. I have it right now in 6 groups of 5. I have 30 desks. Actually, right now I do not have 30 desks. Right now I have like 28 desks because I need to get 2 more, but I will have 30 desks. And I thought about either doing 6 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 6. But when I did 5 groups of 6, I just didn't like the way that they looked. I like when things are even. So right now this is what I'm going with. It's just a little tight, but it's, you know, I don't really have any other options. This box right here are all student files. Let's come over here. This is that clear card I was talking about. I might put that up by my desk instead. I got all of my bins put away, but as you guys can see, I need to relabel a lot because I kind of consolidated. Some of them needed bigger bins, some of them needed 2 bins. I'm just gonna have to remake these, but right now it's not a priority because I can hide it with this cabinet. And then this one is like all of my craft type stuff. Same thing, I need to just go through and relabel it, but not a priority right now. This area is still a hot mess. I am gonna take this with me. It is a like read aloud. I just really need the book. Giraffes Can't Dance. I'm gonna use this for a growth mindset lesson the first week of school, but I need to go through and read it. This is all stuff that I took out of a black bin that had a lot of decor, and I need to kind of go through it. My schedule cards, which are in this big bag, I'm getting rid of because I'm gonna make new ones to reflect my new schedule. They just don't really work for me anymore. As you guys can see, I was cutting white border. So these posters, they're QQQ posters, and it's like Quest for Quality Questioning, I think is what they're called, but these have to be displayed in the room, and I put them on the doors, and I was like, I don't really like this. So I'm going to surround them all with white border. I did all the ones going on the sides. I have to do up and down still, but I'm not staying any later tonight. I'm sweating like a pig right now, and I have not done these because I think I'm actually gonna move these 2 down to like here, and then here I'll put like the title because it's really throwing me off that there's 2 there and not 3, and I need to balance it out. I was just attaching it with hot glue. I tested it first to make sure it was okay on the cabinet. It was completely fine, so I'm hoping that that is going to hold. I opened up this black bin and just went, ugh, I am not ready to deal with this yet. This is a lot of stuff like for my desk, my clip chart I'm getting rid of. I am not using that this year whatsoever, so I can pitch that, but I'm gonna keep the little book rings that are on it. But I know that's gonna take me a while to go through, and it's probably gonna make things more messy, so I am choosing not to do that tonight. These 2 black bins need to come home with me. These are both filled with my classroom transformation stuff, so my boot camp stuff, my football stuff, and I don't have room to store it in here. I know you guys are probably thinking like, come on Michelle, you have all of these cabinets, but actually they're getting pretty full. I'm gonna have to take these home and store them in my basement, and then I can just bring them when I need them. This box is all stuff that I need to take home. This box is actually my sister's stuff. My mom accidentally brought it to me. And I mentioned my cabinet, so let me quickly show you guys what they look like. So you may remember these Sterilite containers. These just kind of hold a bunch of random stuff, and that stuff up there is not gonna stay there. I'm just putting it there for right now. Down here is all for indoor recess. I love how organized it is right now, with the exception of this. That's just kind of sitting there. But this black bin has all of my like restaurant stuff. My kids always have loved to play restaurant, and I love seeing them be like imaginative. So I have lots of play like food and restaurant type stuff. And then these Sterilite containers, which I got this organizer off of Amazon. I will link it for you guys. These are all holding my games. So this one has like Popper Magic. I have like Guess Who, Legos, Jenga blocks, Lincoln Logs. This is a board game that doesn't fit because it's too big. I just put it to the side, but I hate game boxes. They get all torn up and they do not last. So I prefer to organize it in these plastic containers instead. This one kind of has a mix of like card games and stuff, and this one has a mix of games as well, but I just thought it made it a little bit more organized and easier to get to. Then we come to this cabinet. This cabinet is all math, so I'll give you just kind of a quick scan. Each one of these bins are filled with different, okay, English please, Michelle. Each of these bins are filled with different manipulatives. So I have like geoboards, oh my gosh, my mind is blanking, blocks. You guys, I am so tired right now. Whatever these things are called, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Counters, dominoes, little fraction towers, all that kind of stuff. Calculators are down here, and then this black bin is just kind of holding like things I don't need very often, like measurement stuffs, like a gallon container. I'm not gonna need that every day, so I thought I could kind of keep it away. And this one's kind of a hot mess right now. Oh, it's okay, hold on guys. Okay, I don't feel like opening it. There's not really anything on that side anyway. Up here is all like holiday stuff that I don't use very often. I have a ton of these like task card holders. I don't know what I'm gonna use them for yet. And just kind of some random stuff. I don't even know. That's kind of where I put stuff when I don't want to deal with it. And then these are just random papers that I also don't feel like dealing with. So that's kind of just a quick glimpse at my room for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I need to go get my car, pull it around here so that I can bring out these Sterilite containers, and then I'll sit down and talk with you guys a little more. I just wanted on the record that I get a pass for how I am looking right now because it was so hot in there. Even when the air was on, it was boiling. And then when the air went off, it got even worse. So I apologize, but just be grateful that you can't smell me right now. I know I wasn't actually like talking to you guys that much today. It was kind of overwhelming. So let me go back and start over from the very beginning. First of all, let me just say how in love I am with my team teachers. I'm just so thankful for them. First of all, my one team teacher, Jocelyn, like she texted me last night. She's like, how are you doing with everything? Like, are you overwhelmed? Just kind of checking in. And I really appreciate that because I am not the kind of person that asks for help, and it's nice to have someone else like initiate it, and then I feel like better kind of asking for help if I need it. And then one of my other teammates, Robin, she was in my room this morning leaving like a little gift, and I just really appreciate that. I'm just thankful to be on a very welcoming and like accepting team, and they're all really nice. My old team was as well. I loved my old team, and I'm thankful to have a team like that again. So we were in like a really long meeting essentially all morning, but it was actually really fun, and I'm so in love with the school already. So the principal had us do like a scavenger hunt. So each grade level team had to go out and you had to get clues, and then it would tell you which room to go to next, and you'd go there and you would get a clue. And our team was so competitive. We were literally sprinting through the hallways. I had no idea where we were going because I don't know the school yet, but it was fun and I really enjoyed it, and it got us up, it got us moving, and I enjoyed that the school values like play and fun. It just means so much to me, and I'm so thankful to be in a place that values it the same way that I do. Then we had to do an activity where we each picked a word to represent our entire year, which I've heard of this before. I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head, but we each had to pick a word that we're gonna focus on, and we actually painted it on a canvas, which was really cool. They have all of our canvases right now, but then we're gonna get them back, so I will show that to you guys. But my word was evolve. So what I mean by that is right now I'm in a situation with a lot of change, which usually I do not handle very well, but I'm in a new city, I'm in a new school, I'm in a new district, I'm in a new grade level, like everything is new to me, and usually like that would make me want to crumble, and it just would make me really stressed out. And I am stressed out, but I want to take on the challenge of change and use that to grow and to become a better teacher. Let everything that I've done up to this point, my experience, and just embrace the change. And honestly, it's really ironic that this happened, that we had to like pick a word, because the word evolve has just been in my head for the past couple of weeks. And since I am starting a new like series, my That Teacher Life series is basically over. I mean, I did that for last school year and I don't feel like reusing that. I did my teacher summer series, so now I'm starting a new series, and I haven't figured out the entire title yet, but it's definitely going to involve the word evolve. Then my teammates and I all went out to lunch along with our TA. We call her Bud. She's super sweet. We went out to Chick-fil-A, kind of enjoyed our lunch, came back, and I've been in my room ever since, just hustling, trying to get as much done as possible. That being said, it's now like 7:30. I need to get home because I'm starving, and it sucks because I know this week I'm not really gonna get going. You guys, it sucks because I know this week I'm not really going to get to spend a lot of time with him, and I miss him. So I'm gonna go home, spend some quality time with him, and then I'm gonna be creating like all night. I need to make our Meet the Teacher letter, which I know I made one for me, but we're gonna do one as a grade level, so I need to just reformat it for that. I need to make our flipbook, which they put in all the information. I'm just gonna put it into my template, and I need to make schedule cards. I need to make labels, which don't have to get done tonight, but still, I have a lot on my plate, so I'm gonna get going. And you'll notice I never even took this back out of my car because I did not want to take more mess into my classroom. So incredibly grateful right now for this man right here. He has dinner pretty much all ready for me by the time I get home. So this is my new teacher bag. It is literally the exact same bag that I had last year with the black and white chevron, only this year they obviously don't have that one anymore, but I went with gray, which I probably would have gone with anyway. I'm trying to just really streamline and do less like patterns and do more just solid colors. I really like this one. This is called the Zip Top Utility Tote. I think that's what it's called, but I will link it for you down in the description box, and it comes from 31. So nightly routine, Billy and I are watching Bachelor in Paradise, and I'm gonna get some work done on the computer. It is now 11:45. I've been working for several hours, but I have been productive. I got our Meet the Teachers letter all done, and then I also got our handbook done. So this is a template from Learning in Wonderland. I highly, highly recommend it. You print double-sided on 3 sheets of paper. You don't have to cut anything. You're able just to fold them over and staple it. So I'm not gonna really show you the pages because there's some personal information. I'm now gonna print this out. I'm gonna print just like a black and white copy to give to our TA tomorrow so that she can make copies for all of us and assemble them. And then I'm gonna print a copy on color paper just to have as like an example for her. And meanwhile, this is what Billy is doing. Yeah, he got this from Target for like $2.50 a year ago, and he has been waiting to try it out.
Played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands.
Update, it is now about 12:30, and I just looked in the mirror for the first time today, and I apologize for this eyebrow because it's looking rather pointy and I don't know why. I had plans tonight to make schedule cards for my board. Did not happen. Unfortunately, all I got done was the Meet the Teacher letter and the flipbook template, the like handbook, because that took me a lot longer than it normally would have taken me because I had to put their information into the flipbook, and I'm really good at like shortening and lengthening things as needed to fit in the sizes of the boxes, but I didn't want to like change the wording of things from the way that they had it, so I had to like really play with the formatting, and it took me a lot longer than I thought. But that does take a little bit of pressure off of me for Meet the Teacher night because at least now that is done and our TA will get it all prepped for us tomorrow. Then I can just make my schedule cards like tomorrow night. It's fine. Those don't have to be done by Meet the Teacher by any means. I would like for them to be, but if they're not, it's not the end of the world. So I've gotten into bed. I'm gonna go ahead and light my candle. I'm gonna read my book for a little while, and then I'm gonna hopefully go to sleep pretty quickly. I will catch up with you guys in the morning. In case you were wondering what I am reading, I have restarted My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. I read this several years ago, but I decided to reread it again. Jodi is my favorite author of all time. I've read, I'm pretty sure, every book that she's ever written, and I love every single one of them. Personally, my favorite is either 19 Minutes, Leaving Time, or Small Great Things. And yes, I am using a tissue as my bookmark because I do not have one. Good morning, YouTube. Let's try this again because I just filmed like a 2-minute long clip and then realized it was out of focus. I did wake up easier I'm not a morning person. I did wake up easier this morning than I thought that I would. Not as easily as yesterday, but I only hit snooze twice. I hit snooze for 6:05 and then 6:10, and that's when I got up. Last year, I had a really bad habit of hitting snooze for like an hour, and then I'd have to go to school with wet hair, and I'm trying to break that habit this year. I did not feel like curling my hair this morning whatsoever, so I just straightened it because it is pouring down rain outside, and if I curled it, it would have lasted for like 5 minutes anyway. Now, speaking of rain, this has been on my mind a lot lately. Even though I'm really, really busy with school, my heart breaks right now for all of the victims of the hurricane in Texas and what they're going through. And I really wanted to find a way to help, but I don't really have the time right now to try to organize like my own thing. I know that sounds awful, but like I'm just so swamped right now with school, but I did want to find a way to help them. So I was watching Instagram stories this morning because that is what I do in the morning while I get ready. And Meg from Meg's Box of Crayons, I've told you guys about her before. I'm a huge fan of hers. She has set up a donation page for the victims from Hurricane Harvey. So she is going to be donating to the Houston Food Bank. I'm going to do a couple things. I know a lot of people often will donate. I'm sorry, my hair is like tickling my nose. I was trying to power through it, but I couldn't. A lot of people will donate to the Red Cross. I'm not a huge supporter of the Red Cross because often they're there for the first couple days after like a disaster, and then they don't really help like long term. And there's a lot of other better organizations that do help long term. So I saw that she was donating to the Houston Food Bank, and I was like, that is perfect. Here's what I'm gonna do, you guys. First of all, I'm gonna adjust my hand because I'm like losing feeling in my right hand from holding the camera. I'm going to link, first of all, Meg's Instagram down in the description. Second of all, I'm gonna link her donation page. So if you want to go on and directly donate, you're more than welcome to. But I also am personally gonna be donating $1 for every 10 comments on this video. So that means if I get 1,000 comments on this video, which I've had happen on plenty of my videos, you guys can do it, I will be donating $100. If you post 2,000 comments, I will be donating $200. So leave a comment down below, something from this video, whatever is on your mind, even if it's just something like, hey, have a good day, doesn't matter, you'll be contributing to the cause. That being said, I need to head to school because I need to do a couple of things this morning before our PD starts. Unfortunately, I'm in PD all day again. I have like reading PD in the morning, and then I think I have math PD in the afternoon. So it's currently about 7:30. I'm gonna get on the road. I do want to get coffee because I have not taken my Keurig to school yet, and I really need coffee this morning. So I'm gonna go track down a Dunkin' Donuts, and then I'll catch up with you guys at school. Okay, let me just say, this is the weirdest Dunkin' Donuts ever. You have to drive behind this entire like strip center to get to the drive-thru. Like, is this normal in places?
May I help you?
Hi, can I get a medium iced coffee with the French vanilla swirl and cream, please? All right, it is now 9:43. I'm really happy. Our PD for this morning did not take that long, and because I am teaching math, science, and social studies, I did not have to stay for the entire thing. I got to come back to my room, which means I get to be productive. However, I kind of have to change the handbook, so let me show you. So the very bottom section was like all about me, but we talked about it this morning, and we decided to change that to our schedule. So I just need to go in, kind of insert that, reprint out copies for all of us, and then get it ready to be printed on the colored paper.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
It is now about 11:45. I am leaving so I can go grab lunch because I did not pack anything, but that's a really nice thing about like teacher work days. You get to go out and have like an hour for lunch. Then I have to be at a different elementary school by like 12:30 for an afternoon PD on math and science. I got my desk cleared off, so that's a really good thing. It's not like completely cleared off, but I made a lot of progress. So little by little, it's coming together. I'm gonna stay late again tonight, get as much done as possible, and for right now, that's all I can do.
My adjustable base, it has
It is now about 3:40. My PD for the day is completely done, which is a good feeling because now I can focus on my classroom. So I just drove back to my school. I'm gonna go inside, and just like yesterday, I'm gonna stay as late as I can, probably about 7 o'clock-ish, and just try to power through and get as much done as I possibly can. And how about this for problem solving? It is still pouring down rain outside, and the thing on the top of this bag was my laminator, and I did not want it to get wet, so I used my plastic Subway bag to cover it up. Okay, so having a TA is literally life-changing. I came back from PE to find all of my Meet the Teacher letters copied onto colored paper, all of my handbooks not only copied but assembled. I'm seriously in heaven right now. I wanted to give you guys a very quick tip, but it's definitely a huge time saver. Now at my old school, I couldn't do this because we couldn't print off our nurse slips. We actually had like ones that had transfer paper, and we just had to get new ones from the nurse. But here they actually have this sheet that has 4 of them on a page, and you just make copies of it when you need it. So I went in, now I have Adobe Acrobat Pro, so I am able to like go in and make fillable forms, and that's how I did this. But I just typed in my name, the teacher name, and the grade level, and I'm gonna keep this as my master copy, so every time I make copies, my name and the grade level will already be filled in, so I don't have to write it every time.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on
right, I'm gonna give you guys another update of my room. It probably doesn't look like I've made progress, but I feel like I have. So I've kind of been moving things around over here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna keep it. It's still a work in progress. My goal tonight is to make schedule cards to go up on this board along with like my objective titles. I put just a couple of the colored bins down here on this shelf. No idea what I'm gonna use them for, but they fit pretty well. My desk is all put together. Now it was clean earlier. It's not really clean right now, but once I like get my stuff in my bag to go home, it will be much cleaner. This back area looks about the same. Now these drawers were a little bit of a labor of love. They were all taped closed, so I had to peel off all the tape, take off all of the labels, and they're empty with the exception of these two drawers. I need to get some more of those plastic containers. Those are holding the rest of the months. This had all of my Rooted in Reading in it, which was like the reading curriculum that we used in 2nd grade, but those are now organized into those bins like monthly, so I'm gonna end up taking those home and storing them there. Then over here we have this little board like right by the door. This is almost like a little message area. So I had this little pencil that I had gotten from the Target dollar spot. It was like, I don't know, $3 maybe. And I'm going to use this to hold like announcements and things. I need to make a title for it, but it's not a huge priority right now. You will notice up here, I've put the colored bins. Not sure exactly what I'm going to use it for. I was thinking maybe like math games or something and organize it by the standard, but I don't really know yet. Then in this cabinet, these are all those containers, the Iris containers filled with like read aloud books that I used to use. I was going to take them home, but I figured I'll just leave them in here. And then these are all interactive read aloud books that are provided by the county. Even though I'm not teaching reading, I still have to store them in this cabinet. Then this one is empty, which is fantastic because I might end up putting some stuff in there while I try to clean up for Meet the Teacher night. This one has some Sterilite containers that have some like extra supplies, so a bunch of extra Ziploc containers. That one's also extra Ziploc containers. That is Legos, but those are not Legos that I let my students play with. Those are for like math or STEM activities. These are some extra like brown paper bags. These are all pieces of cardboard and like toilet paper tubes. And then this is a bunch of like pipe cleaners, some like little wood rods, and some aluminum foil. And then this bottom part is empty for now. I got this cabinet a little bit more cleaned up. You'll remember I had a bunch of stuff up there. I got some of it put away. I'm still working on the rest, but the rest of it is pretty clean. And these two cabinets pretty much look the same. I did not even get to finishing my posters today, but it's okay because tomorrow is a work in our rooms day, so I should have time to get it done then. I need to take these two bins home with me tonight, which of course I think it's still pouring down rain, but I'm gonna go pull my car around, that way I can load them up and get them out of the way. So I come home to this 3 ginormous boxes from Amazon because I got bored over the weekend and went on a little bit of a shopping spree. So I'm gonna eat dinner, and then after dinner I will show you guys what I got because honestly I don't really remember. Again, super thankful I come home and Billy has dinner ready and waiting for me. Thank you. The look in your Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. The look in your eyes though when I shine the camera on you.
This is the Jeopardy Teachers Tournament. We're in paradise. After a
I wanted to show you guys what I came up with for my schedule. In the past, I only ever displayed like the subject. I never displayed the time. So this year I decided to change it up and display the times, mostly to help keep myself on track. So I typed out all of the times on these slips. Now these are probably the same size as like the Sterilite door labels. Honestly, I don't really know. I just kind of like made up a, a rectangle, but now that I look at it, it kind of looks like the same size. So I don't know. I will have to check on that for you guys. But I typed up the time here, and then I'll have these colored circles that have all of the like subject areas. Now this is not our arrival time. This is actually our morning meeting time. I forgot to make one for arrival. Oops, I'm gonna have to go back and do that. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I had come up with. I decided to do it this way just because I think it'll make it a little bit easier for me. Like this is our cultural arts time, or like our special time. So I'll be able to leave this up every day and then just change out the circle. So I have like a different circle for each one of the cultural arts. So like art, music, PE, all that. And then actually we have music and PE PE, both during that time on 2 of the days. So I will just put like whichever one we have first here, and then I'll line up the other circle next to it, kind of like that on the board. I'm hoping I'll have enough room. I'll kind of have to lay it out on the board tomorrow, but I'm also gonna have to check to see if I have magnets, because I have no idea if I have magnets. If not, I'm gonna have to go to the store tomorrow. But if this is something you guys are interested in, just let me know. I'm not gonna promise that I can get up in my store right away because I am kind of busy right now, but it's definitely something that I could put on my to-do list. Okay, you guys, I'm sitting here like finishing up my laminating because I did print out the page that has our actual start time for arrival. And Billy, not only is he playing golf again, but he has now done it in my office area. Are you serious?
Watch this shot. Oh,
That was so bad.
sorry, we need to open up this door.
No, we don't. Alright, it is now Amazon unboxing time. I'm kind of really embarrassed by this, you guys, but at the same time, I'm not. I have gone ahead and just kind of cut them open, but I haven't actually looked inside. I'm gonna start with this one because it's like insanely light. Like, do you guys see how easily this is moving right now? So let's see what this one is. Okay, there better be more than that. What is, oh, this must be my lamp. Okay. Uh-oh, Billy, I need help. All right, I can't really do it one-handed.
I'll take care of
Okay,
it.
thank you.
I'll throw some shade on it.
Billy, gosh, stop. All right, you guys, I saw this lamp on Amazon and I was literally like, I have to have this. I currently have the lamp that is by my like filming area, but I also have my little vanity in there, and I wanted a lamp over there because when I first walk in the morning, I literally stumble trying to get to the other lamp, so I would like one that is just a little bit closer, so I got this one. I can link all of these for you. All right. I can link all of these for you in the description box if you're interested in this lamp. It was like, I don't know, $30, so it was kind of pricey for a lamp, but for the black and white stripes, like, I had to get it. Okay, one box down. We're gonna do this one next. This one's kind of light. Okay, this one's kind of lame. This is just a trash can. All right, this is just one of the Rubbermaid, I think it's like the 10-gallon trash can. It's the one that I told you guys that I would buy as a first-year teacher. My classroom only has one trash can like this and then a recycling bin. I do have a small little trash can by my desk, but I really wanted to have another one, so I went ahead and ordered one. They're not too expensive. I think they're like $10. It's totally worth it. So I do need to label it though with my last name and my room number, which I don't even know what my room number is. I honestly haven't like looked at the door when I go in, so I need to make sure I do that tomorrow. All right, here, cats. All right, last box for today at least. Ooh, okay, these are shoes, a lot of shoes actually. I told you guys that I ordered, oh no, I didn't tell you guys, you haven't seen that video yet. Okay, never mind. I guess I will go ahead and show you the shoes, and then it will make more sense when you see my video that goes live tomorrow. So this gives you a little bit of a sneak peek. It obviously is a fashion video, so I got some more pairs of shoes. This is really embarrassing. Okay, so these are all the exact same style of shoe. I just ordered it in different colors. So this first pair, these are the silver ones, and these are actually really, really pretty. All right, so these are the silver ones. I just wanted a pair of silver shoes. I don't have any silver shoes, and I really, really liked these. They look like Cinderella shoes. Pair number 2. Okay, these are a nude suede. I really, really like these too. Pair number 3. Okay, these are just like the silver ones, but these are in gold, which actually I have a pair of gold heels, but they're really, really, really tall. I would never in a million years wear them to school, so I wanted a pair that I could wear to school. That's what they look like. And pair number 4, these should be a black suede. All right, so that's what these look like. I do have a pair of black heels, but I wanted a pair in the suede. I'm really, really loving suede lately, so I went ahead and ordered. All of these were each like under $20, I think. Some of them were like 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there, which is super, super affordable for heels, and these are really, really comfortable. Okay, I stopped filming and then I realized that there was more in this box. Okay, I also got the book, The Most Magnificent Thing. I have not actually read this, but I heard that it's really, really good for like introducing your class to growth mindset, and I want to focus on that very much in my class this year, so I thought that that would be a good book, and it seems a little bit more appropriate for like intermediate grades, whereas most of the books I had were more appropriate for primary grades. And what is this? I don't know. Okay, I'm on the struggle bus here, you guys. This is not easy with one hand. Oh, these are the lights that I ordered. Okay, this is actually really good timing, so I can put these up tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down and then pick it back up. Okay, so these are some battery operated lights, and they have a bunch of different settings where they like will twinkle different ways, and they have a remote. I plan to put these up around my smartboard. So tomorrow when I get into my classroom, I will show you what those look like. And then the last thing in here, and let me just make sure, yeah, are these little boxes. These are just some magnetic hooks. I'm gonna use these on my board to display my objectives, and I will show you guys tomorrow how I end up doing that, but they're just basic like magnetic hooks. I'm not gonna take them out right now, but I will show you guys in the morning. It is 12:30 and I'm just getting into bed, so I'm gonna make this pretty short, but there were a couple of things that I thought about that happened today that I never even told you guys about. So first of all, during the afternoon PD, I got there at like 12:10, and I didn't go in until like 12:15, but I was there a good like 15 minutes early. So I got there before my team teachers. I went in, I checked in, the lady told me to go to a certain room. I go to that room and I saved 3 other seats for my team teachers, and people were coming in and they could see like that the seats were saved and they sat somewhere else, and the room started to fill up more and more, and like there was no sign of my team teachers. I was trying to text them, but I had like no service in this school, and eventually like someone asked, because it was the only seat left, if they could take one of those seats, and I was like, well, I'm saving it for my team teachers, but like they're not here yet, so I guess you can have it. And I ended up giving it up, but inside I was panicking because I hadn't seen my team teachers yet. Apparently they ended up in a different room because they ran out of space in our room, so they didn't end up showing up. So I looked like a complete jerk for saving these seats and like denying people from sitting there, and then no one even ended up showing up. But it's okay, because actually I ran into my friend Emily there. She's the one that I had met up at the Columbia Mall a couple weeks ago, and she kind of showed me the curriculum, which I'm so thankful for now because it gave me a little bit of a head start. So I got to chit chat with her some, which was nice. Then I got back from the PD and you guys saw like what I did in my classroom. Then I told you guys I was gonna carry out those big black tubs to my car, and I knew that I didn't want to like carry them one by one because that was going to take a really long time. So I asked the janitors if I could borrow one of their carts, and they said yes. The janitors at the school are amazing. They're like super helpful. Anyway, I go out and I pull my car up like as close to the school as possible, and I go in to get the cart, and I'm locked out, and my badge will not work because I guess after like 7 o'clock it shuts off and it won't let me back in. So I stood outside for a while like banging on the door, and no one heard me, and I debated just going home, but I was like, no, Michelle, like you need to go get those tubs. And eventually I found there's like a bell that you ring when it's like at nighttime if you're trying to get in. So the janitors came and let me in, but it was kind of really embarrassing. But it's okay, I got those carried out. I do still have a couple of things at school that I need to take home, but I can get those tomorrow. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and read a chapter or two and then get to bed because I have to be up bright and early again tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. I'm pretty tired this morning. I'm not gonna lie. This morning I snoozed in. You guys know what I mean. I slept in until 6:20, which still is much better than last year, like when I would sleep until literally 7:20 and then leave at 7:30, but still, I need to like cut myself off, like no later than 6:20. Yesterday, I told you guys I was gonna find a Dunkin' Donuts, so I searched it on my phone, and of course, it was literally the opposite direction of my work, and I was like, whatever, I'll just go for today. After I got the Dunkin' Donuts, I I GPS'd how to get to my school, and I found a secret back way. So now the Dunkin' Donuts is actually on my way to work, so I'm really excited about that. Billy has more interviews today in DC, so wish him luck. He's just been having a little bit of a rough time with the job search. Right now is not like prime time to get hired in DC, so keep your fingers crossed for him. Give him well wishes, whatever it is that you do. I would really appreciate it. I packed my lunch today and my breakfast, so I'm proud of myself for that. I'm not gonna go out to lunch. I wanna just stay in my room literally all day long and just be as productive as humanly possible. I feel like my classroom is coming together, but at the same time, I keep having so many things pop into my head that, oh, I need to do this, oh, I need to do that. And I keep trying to prioritize like what actually has to be done for back to school. And honestly, most of it doesn't. As long as my room is neat, I have some stuff up, like it should be okay, but I'm just gonna try to get as much done as I can. So I'm gonna head to school, get my coffee, and I'll catch up with you guys later on. Hi, can I get a medium iced coffee with the French vanilla swirl and cream, please?
95 from the split with 95 to Eastern Avenue.
Okay, so my team teachers and I met to talk about the first week of school, which I needed very, very badly, but I thought we were only meeting for like a half an hour. We literally met for over 3 hours, so my entire morning is gone, but it's okay. I am back in my classroom. I just hung up the lights that I got from Amazon last night around my smartboard, so I'm gonna show you guys what they look like. Okay, so you guys can see the lights just strung around the smartboard. I use these really, really tiny little command like hooks. They came with like 48 in a pack, I think. So I put 3 on each side, one at the bottom, one in the middle, and then one at the top. And then since this little like wire has 2 pieces, I just kind of hooked one piece around the little hook. I think it should stay perfectly fine throughout the school year, hopefully, and then it should be able to be removed without damaging the smartboard. So I have this little like battery pack. It runs on 3 AA batteries. Originally, I was trying to store it back here so it was like hidden, but I realized that in order to use the remote, you actually have to point it at the box. So it does need to be visible, but I'll just show you guys quickly. So I turn it on. Oops, wrong button. Turn it on. Okay, so that is what it looks like. This is the first setting. You'll see on the remote there are 8 different settings, and you can also make the lights dimmer or brighter. So I'll just quickly go through the settings. So this is number 1. This is number 2. It just moves a little bit faster. Number 3 kind of looks like it's moving around the board. Number 4 gets like brighter and then dimmer. Number 5 like kind of moves and then flashes like really fast. Number 6 is like another one where it gets like brighter and then softer. Number 7, I don't think this is ever going to be used. And number 8 is just like the solid light. So I think personally, honestly, my favorite is number 1 where it just kind of twinkles, but I thought that this would look really, really pretty. And it says that the batteries last up to like 120 hours. And inside of this little box, there is a timer that you can set for either 6, 18, or 24 hours. Also, I kind of overestimated with my schedule cards and made them a little bit too big, but I think I made it work. I just had to push this one all the way at the top. I'm not even gonna worry about having like a card that says schedule. And then you'll see I kind of had to overlap the circles, and I would have overlapped them more, but there are the magnets underneath, so they won't move up anymore. But once I get more magnets and I get these other 2 up, I think they will all fit now that I've kind of smushed them together. And then these black hooks are those ones I showed you from Amazon last night. These are how I'm going to display my objective cards. So I'll probably show you guys that later on because I'm still working on preparing those. Now I'm going to use the same little hooks, which I was wrong. I apologize. There's only 40 of the hooks, but there are 48 of the little stickies. I'm going to hang these up kind of underneath of my cabinets. That way I can hang this light. is 7 o'clock, but I have made so much progress. I'm really, really proud of myself. I feel like it has finally come together. I'm not going to go through like everything, obviously, because I'm going to do that in my classroom tour, but I'll just kind of give you guys a sneak peek. This black tub right here came from Big Lots, and I'm using it to hold my 5 scoop rockers. I have some extra textbooks, pencil sharpener. That's going to be where they make their lunch choice. Anchor charts. That's going to be for absent work. This desk right here is going to be for Bud, who is our TA. And then this cart is going to be to organize like graded papers because they're going to get passed back to the homerooms. And then this back counter, I'm going to have a black like filing tub thing here. That's going to be to grade or to file their graded work. And then I have my clipboard organizers, but I have no clipboards. These little bins, try to keep it pretty clean over here. You'll notice their desks are all set, well, almost all set up for open house. I have their agenda books, meet the teacher letter, actually meet the teacher's letter because it's all of 4th grade, and our handbooks. I still have to make them a little goodie tonight. No idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Target on the way home and try to figure it out. I also still need to put name tags on all of the desks, so that should be fun tomorrow morning. I did finally finish like putting the border around these posters. I'm gonna put the title like right there, but not really a priority right now. This stuff is all coming home with me. I just realized there's Play-Doh sitting here. Hold on, guys. Okay, that's better. That stuff's gonna come home with me, and then I showed you guys the lights already. Down here is where I'm gonna organize like some of the units of math, like the I can statements. That way I can easily pull them out and put them on the board, along with science and social studies. And I still need to change those labels, but it's okay, I will get it done. Now this right here is a hot mess of papers and stuff. I'm gonna go through that tomorrow, but I just don't feel like staying any later tonight because I have a lot to get done when I get home. But for the most part, my desk area is pretty clean. I did kind of cheat and I put 2 boxes down here because I just have not had time to get them emptied yet, but that's okay. You'll see I never even drank my coffee from today. I got like half of it drank, and I need to get magnets on the way home to finish my schedule cards. And then over here, no idea what these black bins are going to be for. I just kind of have them sitting there right now. This is just kind of storing some random stuff. No idea what these bins are going to be used for, but I thought that they looked pretty. And then I put a lot of stuff over here because I hate, how do I want to word this? I hate when I'm sitting at my back table and I need something like a nurse's note or I don't know, anything. So I wanted to kind of create just a little station here where I can kind of keep duplicates of things that I don't have to keep going out and going to my desk or having a kid bring them to me. My stools are underneath of here. And then you guys have already seen my library. Nothing has really changed there. I apologize because I'm a hot sweaty mess again, but I've been working hard and I feel like I've been productive, but I'm also thinking about all the things I need to get done tonight. I need to get name tags done. That's like #1 priority. I'm just going to do something simple, like I'll probably take almost a label like this, not quite this big, and just put their name on it. I really don't feel like being fancy right now, and honestly, I don't know what my kids are going to look like. So in the years past, I always had like clip art that looked like them, but I can't do that, so I'm just going to keep it simple. I also need to figure out what treat I'm giving to my kids tomorrow. I need to figure out like what other papers I'm going to have out and what stations, and I need to make station like card labels are going to go on these little plastic things that I had gotten from Dollar Tree. So yeah, I need to get my life together tonight, but it's okay because then after Meet the Teacher is done on Friday, we don't technically have to come in, but I'm going to come in and my room is pretty much done, so then I'll be able to work on stuff for next week. So after today, I feel good. I do feel like I got a lot done, and once tonight is over, I will feel much better. So I'm gonna go head to Target and then I'll catch back up with you guys later on. I just got home from Target. It's about 8:15. Billy has dinner ready. We are going to be having salad, and such a nice touch. First of all, he's using our Rae Dunn bowls. Second of all, he put the bowls in the refrigerator so they are nice and cold, which I love. And we are having meatball subs. Okay, the lighting is really good in this corner of like our dining room, and I don't know if that's a good thing right now because I look so disgusting because I've been sweating all day. I unfortunately am gonna have to go back out after dinner because Target did not have everything that I need, but thankfully Billy's gonna come with me. We're gonna go to Walmart, which is like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes away. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that they have everything that I need, and then when we get back, I will get started on all of my stuff that I have to get done tonight. So I got these glow sticks at Walmart. Of course, I already tore off the top of it so you can't see it, but it was a pack of 65. They were like $7, which were kind of expensive. I should have ideally gotten them from the dollar store. However, I was a last minute Lucy and procrastinated, so I was stuck with getting them at Walmart. Billy was nice enough to count out 32 of them for me, and then he put the little plastic thing on the end. These are gonna slide into this little note that I made, "You are going to glow this year." And I had him pick out like the yellow ones and the green ones, and then I said, "Billy, what's this one over here? Like, is that included?" And he goes, "Oh no, that one's mine."
It's all mine.
Life update, and I'm gonna make this short. It is 2:16. I'm just getting into bed. I did not get everything done. I mean, I did, but I didn't. Like, I got the name tags made and laminated, but I did not get them cut out. However, it's okay because Meet the Teacher does not start until 2:30 tomorrow, so I will have some time to get some stuff done in the morning, and my TA will be able to help, so it will all get done. I'm just gonna sit in bed, I'm gonna read really quickly, and hopefully fall asleep just as quickly. Good morning, YouTube. Note to self, waking up at 6:30 is too late. I need to set a limit of 6:20 because I'm running about 10 minutes late right now, but it's okay because I'm not gonna get coffee. I don't wanna have coffee breath for Meet the Teacher night, and I'm taking the shorter route to work, so hopefully it'll end up evening out, but I'm gonna go ahead and head there because I'm running a little bit late, and then once I get there, I can show you guys my outfit for Meet the Teacher, and I'll show you guys what I got done last night and what I need to get done today. All right, I just got to school. I did make it on time. That's a good thing. Let me just quickly show you guys kind of what is on my to-do list for this morning. These are my name tags that I'm going to use this year. I'm just keeping it super simple. These are from Ladybug's teacher files. I can link them for you. They come in like 5 different colors. They're editable, and they also come in different shapes and sizes. So the reason I have 3 different colors, orange, pink, and yellow, is because I have 3 different groups. I have my homeroom group, my block 1 group, and my block 2 group. So my homeroom is orange, block 1, and block 2. I'm going to put these in these adhesive label pockets that I got from the Target dollar spot, but the problem is I need to have up to 3 on each desk, and I had 32 desks, but I only have 80 pockets, which that is not going to work. So I was thinking about having 1 pocket for my homeroom group, and that one stays there all the time, and then having another pocket with each of these 2 in it, and then they can just flip it out when the next person comes in. I don't know, may or may not work. We're going to try it though. I already made copies of my sign-in sheet because I used to only have like 12 spots on here because I never had more than 12 parents come, but I have so many students that I'm going to have a lot of parents. So I made several copies. I also have a transportation form just to get some information on how they will go home. I also have this sorting supply sheet. This is going to be out at a station to tell my students what to do with their supplies. I need to cut those apart. I also need to cut apart their locker tags. These are actually my mini Sterilite drawer labels. These right here. They're in my store. I can link them for you. I just use these to create little name tags for their lockers. Now I have these little glow tags that I made up really quickly last night. This was a super simple gift to give to my students. I've already hole punched them. I just need to slide in the glow sticks. This is going to be for a photo booth prop, so I need to cut out like the rectangle for the photo and then glue these on the bottom. And then these are signs that I made for my stations. These are going to go in these little clear stands that I got from Dollar Tree. So I have welcome, please sign in, and then move to the next station. You will be visiting 4 stations. Station 1 is to walk around the room and find your desk, and it lets them know their name tag is in the orange color. Station 2, they're going to use this sorting paper right here to sort their supplies and put them where they need to go. Station 3 is filling out the transportation form, and then Station 4 is the photo booth prop. And then last but not least, I need to put magnets on my schedule cards. I really like the magnetic buttons. They're just like little circle magnets, but unfortunately Target nor Walmart had them, so I'm just gonna have to use the magnetic tape. Not the end of the world. So the best part about using these labels for the locker tags is when I go to tape them down, I will actually be able to use just 1 piece of packaging tape to cover the entire thing rather than doing like 2 different pieces. Officially have everything set up and ready for Meet the Teacher night, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so out there I just have like a little welcome sign with the sign-in sheet, and then right here is Station 1, so it just says to walk around the room and find their name tag, and it says it's with the orange color. Originally I was going to put all 3 of the name tags on the desk right now, but I decided to wait on the other 2 because the classes keep changing, so for now there's only 1 name tag on there anyway. So again, these are from Ladybug's teacher files, and they are editable, and then on their desk I have their handbook. This is a template from Learning in Wonderland, and I just edited it and created like all the titles and everything. And then this is a letter template that I created. It is not in my store yet, but I'm working on getting it put in there. I promise. This is just introducing all of the 4th grade teachers. This is a little tag I made up last night. Literally took like 5 minutes. It says you are going to glow this year, and then this is a glow stick. I just hole punched on either side and slid it through, and then they have their agendas. So after they go to their desk and look at all the stuff there, they will come over here to Station 2, and it says use the paper below to sort your supplies if you brought them. So they will take one of these with them, and it tells you the directions to place the following into their pencil pouch, along with some of their folders and notebooks. They're going to put those in their desk, and then the rest of these, they're going to place them in the correct bins around the room. So I just labeled these. Now these little labels right here, they're not in my store yet, but they will be. These are actually the exact same labels that I used to label this card over here. I just used a different font. So I have pencils, cap erasers, dry erase markers, glue sticks, sticky notes, Sharpies, highlighters, notebooks, lined paper. So what they are going to do is they're going to keep some of it like with their stuff. They have lockers out in the hallway, and they'll bring what they need to class and leave the rest in their locker. But then we collect all of their extra supplies, and we use that to replenish throughout the year, kind of like community supplies. And then right here is where they're going to put their tissue. And again, I just put a little label there. And Team Teacher made this one. I'm just using that. So they will fill it out and then put it in the bin to tell me how their student goes home. And then station 3 is the transportation form. I have a transportation form in my store, but this one's a little bit more detailed and just fits the school better, and I did not have time to make one. So, and then last but not least, they will come to station 4. They're going to have their parent take a picture of them with the little photo prop sign. I've seen this all over the place. I've seen tons of teachers do it. So this is just a foam board. You could use white or black or really any color that you wanted. And then I just printed out these letters and cut them out. Ideally, I should have used my Cricut, but I haven't set it up yet and I didn't feel like doing it last night. So I just cut them out and then taped them on the bottom. So they will hold this up, kind of stand in front of the library, hold it up, and have their picture taken. All right, so this is just one final look at the room. Everything is ready. I was gonna make something to project on the board, but honestly, I just don't think I'm even going to worry about it because I have all of the stations lined out with their signs, and it should be pretty self-explanatory. And honestly, I just kind of don't really have the time right now. I did want to quickly show you guys my outfit. So I have on this white and black and gray dress. This came from Amazon. Super, super comfortable, and it's like really modest and just really awesome for school. Necklace is from Charming Charlie along with the matching earrings. And then these heels are off of Amazon. I can link both this and the dress in the description box for you guys. I actually have these in like 4 different colors now. I'm in love with them. And no, I did not wear them to school. I put them on 5 minutes ago because I was not going to be wearing heels all day. I wore flip-flops and then put these on. So this is the aftermath of Meet the Teacher. I think my room looks pretty good considering, like, I was able to keep it under control. I went around and just picked up my signs. I did leave this tissue label here because when my students come on Tuesday, I want them to know where they can put their tissues. But overall, I think it stayed pretty neat. Nothing really got like destroyed. It's always really chaotic when there's so many people in there. I'm gonna keep well, no, maybe I won't. I think I'm gonna get rid of these, but I'm gonna put this information on a PowerPoint slide for next week when I have my students go through their materials. But these are the bins of all the extra stuff that they turned in, so I'm gonna hold on to these supplies, and throughout the year when they need more stuff like another glue stick or more erasers or more pencils, I will be able to give it to them then. But I am gonna leave these out because my students who did not come today will have supplies on Tuesday, or even some of the ones that came, they didn't have supplies yet. So they will come on Tuesday, and this will help keep it all nice and organized for the first day of school. It is now about 4 o'clock and Meet the Teacher is over. It was from 2:30 to 3:30. You guys, I'm in love. So let me kind of back up for a second. First of all, in my homeroom class, I currently have 29 students, but apparently our grade level just got 3 more. So that is going to be increasing. My block 1, I have 26 students, and then my block 2, I have 32 students. So of my 29, I did have 20 that came, which is way, way, way more than I've ever had come to an event like this. But that's awesome. That shows how involved the parents are and how supportive they are. And after talking to them, I can already tell I have amazing kids and I have amazing parents. And I'm just so incredibly grateful right now to be in the position that I'm in. And I'm happy. I'm just really, really excited right now. But I am not staying late because I've stayed late all week, and tomorrow is an optional day, and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna work then. But for now, I'm gonna go enjoy my night. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna spend some time with Billy. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna sit on the couch, watch some Grey's Anatomy, get some stuff done, make some labels and all that, but that's relaxing, so it's okay. I will catch up with you guys later on. Quick tip though, while I was sitting here putting away tissues, I just stacked them up like on a cabinet. These right here, you'll notice, are like the Plus lotion tissues. I'm going to keep these separate. I really like to hold on to any of the tissues that are like super soft or have lotion in them, and I like to hold on to them for the winter time because my students usually have colds. They are blowing their noses a lot, and we all know that when that happens, your nose gets really raw, so I like to save these tissues for that time. I could not even get my stuff packed up before I got an email saying I already have a new student. So I finally checked my P.O. Box for the first time this week because all the other days I've been staying too late and the post office closes at 5:30. So since I actually got out of there at a decent time today, I said, oh, let me go to the post office. I literally have almost 50 letters. That is absolutely insane. And that's not even including like packages because the office area was closed and I couldn't get those. So I'm gonna have to go back like another day. This is crazy, you guys. I'm really, really, really excited to open all these up, but I honestly cannot fathom having this mail at one time. It's insane, but I'm so appreciative, so grateful. I'm never gonna stop saying it to you guys. I honestly have the best followers and the best subscribers in the entire world. So then I get home to check my actual mail and I have even more deliveries. So I got these from Amazon over the weekend. These are sticky clips. These are really, really, really good for I don't know why I keep saying things like 3 times, you guys. I'm sorry. These are really good for holding up papers in your classroom. You're able to like remove them and reuse them and they don't damage the walls. These are awesome. I highly recommend them. I will link them for you in the description. I also just got a monster thing of Velcro because I use Velcro a lot and I tend to go through it pretty quickly. So I decided I would go ahead and stock up, and it is much cheaper to buy it in rolls like this rather than little packages from the store. Then I have another delivery from the Blue Envelope. I've told you guys about them before. I've mentioned them that I love them for teacher shirts. I honestly think they just have really good customer service, really high quality. I am not being paid to say this whatsoever. I have no affiliation with them. I just really love the company. So I treated myself to another shirt. I actually wanted to get this one when I got my 4th grade shirt, but they were out of stock. So once I saw it came back in stock, I jumped on it and opened it. I jumped on it and ordered it. Y'all are gonna have to just accept my teacher brain. It's gonna be happening more and more as the weeks start to go on and I get more tired. So I'm gonna open it up and show you guys what it looks like. So this is my 3rd Teach shirt. I have it in teal and red, and I really like this like white marble tee. So I got this one. It just says Teach. It's so, so soft. And these do run small. So I personally get an extra small, even though I usually wear a small. Okay, so tell me again what you're doing.
So if the pasta sticks completely up against the cabinet, it's cooked perfectly. If it hits and it kind of slides, it's still undercooked. Ready? Here we go. Oh, it didn't stick completely, it fell. There's a little bit more. You've never heard of this?
No. All right, comment down below if this is like common knowledge.
Right.
And thank you for throwing it away and not putting it back in the pot.
Oh, God, that's nasty.
And in case you didn't already figure it out, tonight's dinner is spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic bread.
General Science and Friends of Dorothy. Where do we start, Cody?
Let's start with composers for 400. Yes, signs and symbols 400.
Yield traffic signs are in this geometric
Triangle.
shape and painted red around the perimeter. David.
What is a triangle? That's it. Signs and symbols for 8.
Okay, so I've been working for the past several hours and I totally forgot to vlog. I've just been busy trying to get as much done as possible. So let me quickly show you, and then obviously I'll show you tomorrow in my classroom as well. So I just typed up some letters and laminated them that I'm gonna put up around the room. So this is for the little bulletin board that is by my door that's gonna be for classroom news. These 2 pages are QQQ posters. That's to label those posters that are on the closets in my room. And then math focus, that is gonna go on the big bulletin board that is closest to my door. And then I got these really pretty posters off of TPT. I wanted to make my own, but right now I just don't have the time. So I ended up finding these and I thought that they were gorgeous, probably way better than I could have done anyway. I can't remember off the top of my head who created these, but I will definitely link them for you in the description box. They are growth mindset posters. So I just printed them on regular paper, trimmed them down, and then taped them on top of like astrobites and then laminated the entire thing. So this one says, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Nelson Mandela. "It's hard to beat a person that never gives up." Babe Ruth. "Believe you can and you're halfway there." Theodore Roosevelt. "I didn't fail the test, I just found 100 ways to do it wrong." Benjamin Franklin. "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." Walt Disney. "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. These I'm kind of excited about. They're kind of mixed up. I laminate stuff in random orders. So one thing that I truly hate doing is writing the date on the board. I know that sounds pathetic, but I hate like erasing the number and then like parts of it get erased and you have to redo it, and I don't know. I don't like writing on the board in general, and I don't like posting the date on the board. So I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow once I assemble it, because I don't think I could explain it very well right now, how I'm gonna be showing the date. Hopefully it ends up working, because it may not, I don't know. These are titles for where my I can statements will go, so math, science, and social studies. These are some letters, and there's some more in here somewhere. Hold on. Of course, they're at like the bottom. Here we go. All right, so these are some numbers. It says number and then talk. I'm gonna have one of the whiteboards in the front of my room be for my number talk, because it's an actual whiteboard and I need to be able to write on it, so that will be a title for that. And I apologize because I know the lighting in here is not good. These are some like sentence starters for number talk. So can you explain how? So I hear you saying that. I see it a different way because that answer makes sense because those go with something else. Hold on one second. The strategy I used was, and I agree with blank because, and then here is the title for that one, sentence starters. I'm gonna put magnets on the back of these and put them on the whiteboard. And then I also made up little like reminder cards for the hand signals. So if you're not familiar with number talks, look them up. I highly suggest doing them. Our school actually does, well actually our county does them like countywide as part of our curriculum. But these are the different hand signals. So the students start with like a closed fist right in front of them, and that means that they are trying to think of a solution. I did them out of order, I don't know why. Then they put a thumbs up if they have a solution with one strategy, and then they add a finger for each different strategy that they can come up with to get that same solution. And then they also use like the sign language for I agree. These go with like the date thing that I was telling you about, which I'll show you that tomorrow once I get it all assembled. And then this is going to be a title for a bulletin board, and no, that's not a typo. I'm gonna cut them out, and when I put the U here, it was too close to the O. Hard to explain, but anyway, I'm gonna be creating like my own bulletin board above my library area. I have a huge blank wall right there, and I thought it would be great for displaying student work. So this is gonna be the title. It's gonna say our brightest work, and that's it. So I will show you guys all of this once I get it into my classroom tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. Let me start this off by saying that today is an optional day for teachers. Like, we are by no means required to go in, but the school is open for us if we want to go in. Now, the reason I'm laughing is because I overslept this morning. I was supposed to get up at 6:30. I didn't get up until 9:30. I have no idea what happened. I just didn't wake up when my alarms went off, or I turned them off in my sleep or something, because I literally had like 10 different alarms set. But obviously that's my body's way of telling me that I'm tired. I'm a little bit sleep deprived because I have been staying up really late this week trying to get stuff done, and I'm like, you know what, I've worked hard all week. If I slept in for an extra like 3 hours this morning, I'm totally okay with that. I think I deserve it. I'm still gonna get a lot done today. It's okay. And actually it kind of worked out, because if I had gotten up at 6:30 and gone into school at like 7:30, I wouldn't have been able to go to the post office, and I need to go back to the post office because when I was there yesterday, I had slips for packages, but I couldn't get them because the actual office part of the post office was closed. So I'm gonna go to the post office first. I'm going to get that. Then I'm gonna go to Target because I want to look at their like hanging file folders. I have some really ugly green ones that I don't really want to use, especially if the file box is going to sit on the counter. I would like to hopefully get some like pretty colored ones. Then I'm going to go get some coffee, maybe get like a sandwich or something to take with me, because I just realized I never packed my lunch. I know I could easily go in and do that, but whatever. I think I'm just going to get like a Subway sandwich, go into school, and I'm going to get as much work done as possible. Now, originally my plan was to film my classroom tour today. I don't know if that's going to happen because I keep thinking of all these little things that I still have to do. And even though my room looks good and I feel like it's mostly done, like my bulletin boards are still empty, and I know I printed stuff out for them last night, but I don't know, we will see. If I get a lot done and I only have a couple of things that aren't done, maybe I'll film it and just kind of put a disclaimer like, sorry, it's not all done. Or if not, I will film the classroom tour like next week, but it will definitely be up next weekend. Holy guacamole, you guys. So not only were there more letters, which I was like, wow, I had so many packages. When I told the lady my P.O. box number, she was like, oh, you have a lot. She literally had like 2 boxes filled with all my stuff. And like this entire area down here, you can't really see it, but that is filled with packages. This is insane. And it's funny because she even told me, she's like, you can keep the box and just bring it back the next time. I was like, okay, thanks. This is insane, you guys. Like, what on earth is in here that you guys are sending me? Okay, I think this might be a first. I walked out of Target with only a Starbucks. This is a venti iced Cascara coconut milk latte. It's okay. I don't know, it kind of has a strange taste. Honestly, I didn't know what Cascara even meant. I just decided to order it and see if I liked it. It's okay, not the best, but Target did not really have a lot of hanging file folders, or at least a lot of cheap ones. They had ones that were really cute but really expensive, and I'm not about that life right now. So I drove like 10-15 minutes to this Office Depot, and I've never really been to this little area before, but I looked. Let me zoom in. Yeah, that's a TJ Maxx down there, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Office Depot and then walk down to TJ Maxx, and maybe eventually I will actually make it to my school today. Alright, it's about noon. I just got to school. I really struggled trying to get all my stuff in here because I had 2 drinks. So I put one on each side of my teacher bag, knowing that they were going to leak, which of course they did. It got like all down my leg, but it's okay because this is the last day I'm going to use this teacher bag because I have my new one that I can use starting next week. But I brought in this big like file crate. It is going to go over there on the countertop kind of by the door. I'm going to use it for like student mailboxes. That's how my team teachers do it. I struck out. I checked at Target and Office Depot and they did not have like cute file folders, and I really hate these ugly green ones. So I went on Amazon while I was in Office Depot and went ahead and ordered some like pretty aqua colored ones. I can link them for you in the description box, but hopefully those should be here maybe by like Monday. I don't know. Does mail come on Labor Day? We will find out. But I did end up going to Dollar Tree and I got some of these sandwich containers. They're kind of hard to find. I could only find 2, but I love these. I might end up going online and seeing if I can order them online. I'm going to use them to hold these like fraction and decimal like towers. I checked, and when you like stack them, like these 4 will go on top of these. They fit perfectly in a sandwich container, and I hate storing math manipulatives in bags. I just think they're a pain. They end up tearing, they rip, they get holes in them. I do not like them, so I always like to use plastic containers. So I'm going to be hitting up all of the Dollar Trees around me over the next couple of weeks, trying to get enough of these to store all of these. So I got Jersey Mike's for lunch. They're a sub company. If you have never had them, it's really, really good. I'm going to sit here and just kind of enjoy my food, and then I have a ton of cutting out to do, unfortunately. And just to show you guys how these little fraction towers fit in here, I mean, I could even fit more in here, but it literally is perfect. So if you have some of these for like math manipulatives, I highly suggest getting these sandwich containers to store them. Small hack for you guys. I know I shared this in one of my really old videos, but since I have gained a ton of new subscribers, if you have a trash can and you're throwing a lot of stuff away, you know how the trash bag will like fall inside of the trash can and it gets really annoying trying to keep putting it over the corners. I use binder clips just to clip and hold down the bag on each side. That way it stays in place. Hallelujah, I'm finally done cutting out all of the letters that I printed. In hindsight, I probably should have used my Cricut. I should have just sucked it up and hooked it up so I could have used it, but at the same time I wanted to laminate the letters and I don't think the Cricut will cut through lamination. I've tried and it didn't work. Maybe there's a secret, so if you guys know if you have a Cricut and it can cut out lamination, please let me know because I would love to try it. But if I wanted the letters laminated, I had to hand cut them. My hand is literally like numb. Like the tip of like my first finger right here is actually numb. So I had to cut out here where it says QQQ posters. Now I'm not gonna leave it like this. Originally I was, but I didn't realize how big of a space I had here. So QQQ stands for Quest for Quality Questioning. So I'm gonna cut out, I'm probably gonna do like a script font for the rest of the letters. So Quest, I'll have UEST up here and then 4 and so on, but I will have to get that done over the weekend. Also over here, I got the news part put up on the board, and I also got Math Focus. And just a little tip for you guys, when you're putting up letters letters like this, start in the middle and work out. That way you don't run out of room. So I counted here math, M-A-T-H, that's 4 letters, plus a space, and then F-O-C-U-S. It was a total of 10 letters. So I said, okay, I'm gonna split it like in the middle and do 5, 5. So I kind of lined up the middle here, like right in between the space and the F. I put the F down first and then went this way, and then I went and worked backwards and went across. That way I can make sure that everything is nice and centered. Over here on this board, I cut out the headings that say math, science, and social studies, and then I just have these like papers that say I can statement coming soon, because we're not going to need those until the second week of school. And then here's what I ended up doing for my date. I told you guys I don't like to write the date, so I wanted something really easy, but I don't know if this is going to work exactly the way I wanted to. Originally, I was going to hang these on book rings, so like these little rings right here, but then they did not lay like flat. They were like turned to the side, and that didn't work. So I ended up just hanging these right onto these hooks. This one's kind of a weird hook. This one was already in my classroom and I ran out of my hook, so I had to use it. It works for this and even like the letters, so then I can just like take it off when it's the next day, and then I'll keep like the ones I've already used somewhere else and then replace them at the end of the month. But for the months, because they're so long and like I didn't hole punch them all exactly in the middle, they're kind of like tilted, and it's probably gonna bother me, but whatever. I'll try it for a couple of weeks, see if I like it. If not, I can figure something else out. And then over here, I'm gonna be using this board for my number talks. We have to do these every day in math. So I just cut out the letters up here that say number talk, and I put magnets on the back. I made these hand signal signs to just remind my students what hand signals they use. And then over here, I have like sentence starters for them, and I just put magnets on the back of all of these, and I have them on the sides. I like to put magnets on them rather than like taping them to the board, because sometimes you want to just like take them all down and wipe the whole board to make sure it's all clean, and then it's nice and easy to put them back up. Now here is my next project. I have this huge blank space back here on the wall, and I want to try to utilize it as best as I can. So I'm thinking of putting like a little bulletin board here, just like creating my own and having it be for displaying student work. But here's the problem. I was going to get white paper to put in the background. I know it looks like the wall's white. It's actually almost like a cream kind of color. It's an off-white. So I was gonna put white paper in the background and then put some just like green border, like the same green border that's over there on that board. But we don't have any white paper at the school. So now I'm thinking of putting up the border and just not having any white paper. I mean, it's not really needed. And then I'm gonna put like colored Astro Brights paper to back all of the papers that get hung up. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this for a while, and then I'll catch up with you guys after. Here's the finished bulletin board. I'm gonna call it a bulletin board even though it's not really a bulletin board. So I just laminated colored sheets of Astro Brights paper, and then to attach these I used the blue sticky poster putty. I don't know if that's the official name. I will try to link some down below for you, but I really like it because it does stay up, but you're able to pull it down really easily and it doesn't leave any marks on the wall. And then I used these sticky clips that I showed you guys that I got from Amazon. They're reusable, so I can even take them off at the end of the year. I'll be able to use them again, but it's really easy because all I have to do is slide the paper up into the clip. I only have spots for like 12 like papers. However, I have a block of 26 kids and then a block of like 32 kids, and actually those numbers are still going to go up. So there's no way for me to display every student's work all the time. So I'm just going to kind of do it in shifts and rotate them throughout the year. And then another new addition, these are those posters that I printed out and laminated last night. I decided to hang them right above the board because I kind of had some like weird empty spots there and I wanted to cover them up. And again, to hang those up, I used the same sticky clips, and they're holding them really, really well. Even though they're laminated and kind of slippery, they're holding them with not a problem. So I had to get a desk added. So I now have a group of 5, group of 6, group of 5, group of 5, group of 6. That's the new desk that I just added. And then another group of 5, but that's 32 desks. And I might have even more than that in my one block because I still have like 6 students that they have to place. These numbers are literally insane. Like I've never had this many kids at one time, and I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But my team teachers are nervous too because they said they always have had high numbers, but they've never been this high. So So we shall see. Good news is we have these 2 rectangular tables back here. They're in all of the intermediate grades, so grades 3, 4, and 5. However, our principal did give us permission to take them out if we want, because they do take up a lot of space and we have really big class sizes. Now, I want a table to be able to meet with students, like if I do pull a small group, but I do not need this much space. So after next week, once I collect all of the supplies, I'm gonna end up getting rid of at least one of the tables, maybe both, and I might see about getting like a smaller table. I don't know, work in progress, but I will probably end up kind of splitting up my groups over here and putting another group over here. Next order of business, I need to go around and all of the students who did not come to open house, I need to put their names on the handbook and the Meet the Teacher letter and collect them, because I don't want them on their desks when they come in on Tuesday. I want their desks as clean as possible. I'm gonna leave the glow sticks out for them, but I'm gonna collect these. I need to write their names on it though, that way I can keep track of who has gotten them and who hasn't, and I'll send them home with them on Tuesday. Hopefully that will work out, I don't know. I also have these boxes of students who ordered school supplies and they just pick it up through the school, but they did not come to open house, so they're now sitting on their desk. I might collect those too and just give it to them when we start going through supplies. It is 6 o'clock and I am ready to get out of here. I still have a lot of stuff to do, but it's okay because it's a 3-day weekend. I will get it done. I wanted to film my classroom tour today so I could have it up next weekend. Unfortunately, my classroom is not quite ready enough for my classroom tour, but throughout next week as I finish up these things, I will film it and it will be up next weekend. I promise that will be my next video. However, I need to make a to-do list so I know all of the little things that I have to get done, and rather than writing it down, I'm just gonna walk around the room and tell you guys what I need to get done, and then I can go back and watch this video. That way I remember. All right, we're just gonna start here by the door. First thing I need to do is make a shade for this window to cover it up in case of an emergency. I need to get the hanging file folders that are gonna go in this crate. They're gonna come through Amazon, so I don't need to go out and get them or anything, but when they do come in, I need to make labels for them. I also would like to make a little label for the front of this that says graded papers and then just hang it on with a book ring. In these cabinets, I have a lot of new labels to make. I think I'm just gonna start over and do completely new labels for all of these and all of the ones that are in here. I need to make labels for these bins. One of them is going to be for Wednesday folders, and honestly, I don't really know what the other one's going to be for, so I need to figure that out. Coming down here, eventually I would like to label these containers. I don't think I need to have it done like right away, but that is on my to-do list. This cabinet is gonna have to get cleaned out because this is where I shoved stuff when I was too busy trying to just get ready for Meet the Teacher night. So I need to go through this, and eventually I think what's gonna go in here is maybe all of that extra supplies that's currently on the back table. So I will have to make labels for those as well. And then this cabinet has a lot of like STEM kind of supplies up here, and then this is just crap that I threw down there, so I need to get that cleaned out. But I'll probably just use that as like extra storage. I want to try to find another one of these black bins to put over on this side. I got it from Target. I checked the other night and they did not have any in the black color, so I'll just have to add that to my list to keep an eye out for. In this cabinet, I need to try to get more of these little plastic like holder things for the shelves so that I can put these shelves up at the top and clean all of that stuff out. But otherwise, I would like to make labels for these and probably some labels down here on these recess bins. That way my students can get to them more easily. I also need to get the rest of these 3 keywords typed up so I can paste them up here on the cabinet. All right, this cabinet has all of my math stuff. So I do want to make labels for these black bins, and I do want to keep an eye out for more of these little sandwich containers. I don't even know. Originally I was going to replace these with those bigger bins that are on the back table, but I think I'm just going to keep the extra supplies in those. So maybe I need to get more like bigger bins. I don't know. I'll figure it out, you guys. I did get hangers so I can hang any like jackets, and I do have border that's here hanging, and I have like an extra tote bag. That is all technology stuff, which once I get the extra shelves put at the top of that one, those are going to go up there, so I don't really need to worry about that right now, but I do need to go through and unpack that box. I also need to either clean out this bin or get another bin like this to put out to collect library books. Thankfully, this board is good to go. That is good to go up there. Over here, I need to type up the I can statements, but I don't need to have that like for my tour. It's more so just for when curriculum starts. I need to make a little label that says today is, and then figure out if I'm gonna keep that system or not. I need to make new labels for these turn-in bins. One will be block 1 and the other one will be block 2. I also need to make labels for these bins down here. So there are 6 of them. I need to figure out how many math units are and figure out how many math units there are and figure out how I'm going to organize organize them. I also need to make labels for these black containers. I need to change the labels on this cart because I am not teaching the same subjects anymore. I need to make labels for these bins down here that are holding some of my curriculum books and then some dry erase sleeves. I need to try to find more bins like this because I'd like to keep the same bin like in this area. I need to make new labels for this little 3-drawer unit because it is not holding math stuff anymore. It's holding the little letters and things for my letterboard over by my computer, so I need to make labels for those. That stuff is good up there. I'm not going to worry about labeling those bins. This area up here by my desk is good. I need to make a label for this. This is going to be like a turn-in bin for my homeroom, so any like notes from home that they need to turn into me. I don't know what I'm using those bins for, so I don't need to worry about labeling them yet. I need to relabel this unit, but if I get rid of these tables, I may not even need it, so I'm going to kind of hold off on that for now. My library is looking pretty good, but I was thinking of taking these read letters and hanging them like vertically on the wall right there. So if I do, I need to figure out a way to do that because I have some extra of these black bins and I was going to put them over here on this side, but that's only if I can find a place to put the read letters. So I need to just kind of work on that. I need to make labels for these rainbow drawers, but honestly, I haven't exactly figured out how I'm going to use them. I want to use it for like early finisher activities, but I'm not exactly sure like which activities I'm going to use yet. So I will probably hold off on that. I need to figure out what the heck I'm using this bulletin board for. I have no idea right now. So I'm going to just do a little thinking over the weekend, figure that out and get that ready to go. I will need to make new labels for these like little bins. Not sure exactly what I'm using them for yet, so I need to figure that out too. I know I sound like an awful teacher right now, like I have no idea what I'm doing in my life. I swear I do. I usually figure it out. It just takes a while. I need to get some stuff ready for my math focus board. I'm going to hang up posters for the mathematical practice standards because we do have to have those displayed, and then I'll figure out what else I can put up there. And then I think this is the last thing. This is going to be for like graded work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put work for my class that has to get sorted into that file crate down in this bottom drawer, and then when any of the other classes have papers to drop off, they can just walk in, open up this drawer, put it in there, and close it. I'm going to put papers that have to get sorted for the other 3 teachers in this drawer, and I'll have a classroom job where they open up these drawers and they sort the papers in there, and then this top one is going to stay empty for my TA to use. Oh, and that reminds me, I'm going to use like this little empty space of the board right here to display student jobs. I'm not going to give every student a job. I'm only going to have like 5 or 6 jobs, so I need to just work that out and figure out how to display it. I also need to make new name tags for the new student that I got. All right, I have sat down to try to film this oh my god. I have sat down and tried to film this outro clip like 10 different times, but my brain is so fried right now that I end up just rambling and I'm not making any sense, so bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. First of all, I'm gonna get out of here because as you guys can tell, I'm just very tired and I need to continue working hard this weekend, so I'm gonna go home, edit this video, relax, eat some pizza, and then be ready to start working again tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I personally have loved seeing my classroom come together, and I've realized how much I'm in love with this space. I know originally I kind of had mixed feelings, like I didn't know how I felt about the green wall, but actually I really like it now. It is kind of small, but you know what? Like there's plenty of classrooms smaller than this, I'm sure, so it's not a big deal. I love this space. I love how new everything is. It's made me super excited to come to school every day, and I know how incredibly lucky I am because not a lot of teachers have that. A lot of teachers' classrooms are very old and run down, and I'm extremely lucky to be here, and I'm extremely lucky to have the resources that I do and just to be in this county. Like this county honestly is amazing. The parents are amazing. The kids are amazing. I'm just so blessed, and I know it. Like I'm fully aware, I'm fully appreciative, and let me know what you guys are thinking of my classroom so far. If you like it, if you have any ideas for me, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. And speaking of comments, just a reminder, I am going to be donating $1 for every 10 comments on this video to the Houston Food Bank through the page that Meg from Meg's Box of Crayons set up. I will leave the link for it in the description box if you want to personally go on. If you're able to donate, that would be amazing. If you can't, just leave a comment on this video, whether it's something that you enjoyed from the video, something good going on in your life, anything. You're going to help contributing to the cause. And I'm aware that made no sense. I should have said you're going to help contribute to the cause, not contributing. And my lights just went out. I have motion sensor lights, and I've been sitting here for so long trying to film this that they went off. Hold on. Okay, but like I was saying, you guys, leave a comment on this video. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That just helps me to know like if you guys are enjoying my content or not. It helps give me feedback and it helps for you to engage with the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already because I have a very exciting video coming tomorrow. You guys have been asking me for a really long time to do a video on teacher outfits, which is totally out of my comfort zone, but I did film one and honestly I'm loving the way that it's coming together. So it's gonna be up tomorrow. It's a back to school teacher lookbook. I guess that's what it's called. I don't really know. know, I'm still trying to figure this out, but I really hope that you guys like it. It's something, like I said, totally different for me, but I think it came out pretty cool. And like I said, next weekend my classroom tour video will be up. I'm so excited. It's probably a good thing that I didn't film it today, because then I would have wanted to post it like ASAP. So I will film it next week. It will be up for you guys next weekend. I cannot wait to see what you guys think. All right, I think that's like everything that I needed to cover in this little clip. I'm gonna go ahead and peace out because I need to go to Dollar Tree. I need to edit this video. I need to edit the video for Sunday, and I have a lot on my to-do list. So as always, thank you for watching. I love you all so, so much. Don't forget to think positive, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video and for supporting my YouTube channel. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. If you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right up here. The links to my social media sites and my Teachers Pay Teacher store are in the description box for you, along with my PO box if you are interested. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.